How y'all doing today? My name is Damian Pacheco from the Reaching Branch, and you're watching Root Rant! I have always wanted to do that. Root Rant is my weekly segment where I just go to town on a particular subject matter that's important to me and maybe it's timely for you. This week, what I want to talk about is facing challenges that come your way with a positive mental attitude and how we can overcome some of the problems that come towards us in ways that are not only constructive, but give us a nice building block to go out and overcome greater challenges that come our way so that we're constantly in a state of growth. So what do I mean by this? Well, if you're anything like me, some days you wake up and you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. You know, the one where you kind of stub your toe, you brush your teeth, and it was the wrong toothpaste or the wrong toothbrush or something like that. You ever do that? Right? And you go to work and you get beat up. It's just like, okay, I go to work, I'm doing everything right, and something happens. Customer's mean to you. Oh, I dropped this. Whatever. And eventually you just get to the point where it's just like, all right, stop. Stop. I've had a day. Just leave me alone. I want to go into my corner and cry. You know, you ever have one of those days? I have. You have. I'm sure we have. Then there's probably some other days where you wake up and you get up on the right side of the bed and everything's cool. You're just like, all right, I got this. Everybody's smiling. It's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Everybody's like this. It's great. And we have those fluctuations. But generally speaking, most of our days are just kind of a little bit normal. It's just like, okay, you got your problems, you got your good moments, you have your bad moments, you laugh, you cry, you have the whole 9 yards. And on the day-to-day, we don't really have to deal with too many great challenges, but sometimes we get blindsided. Sometimes it's just like, boom! And you're like, whoa, where did that challenge happen? And how we frame the challenge, how we go and kind of do this, okay, can either make or break how we respond to the challenge. Because there's something called reacting, right? And you take medicine, right? And when a doctor says to you, oh, you're reacting to the medicine, is that a good thing? Right? You don't want to react to medicine. You want to respond to the medication. Oh, you're responding well. Why? Because then that means you're getting fixed. Likewise, if you face a challenge, if you're reacting to a challenge, it's just kind of like a okay, unless that reaction is because of the fact that you responded well over a long period of time where you just automatically know what to do, 9 times out of 10, when you have a reaction to something, a reaction to a challenge, it's generally not good. It means that you weren't thinking about the problem, and really, it might not even be the best way to handle it. So when something comes your way, you want to respond to it. And if you know anything about a gentleman by the name of Napoleon Hill, he wrote a phenomenal book way back in the day called Think and Grow Rich. And in that book, he puts a statement out, and it says this: within every adversity and every obstacle, there is the seed of equal or greater benefit. But there's an addendum: to the mind who is positive. Which means that you have to have a positive attitude, you have to have a good outlook, you have to be willing to be a good finder, a solution finder. Because it's so easy to get bogged down by all the crap that you get, so to speak. You get these negative days. Let's face it, it happens. But to be able to sit back a little bit, kind of take yourself out of the problem and say, okay, I've got this challenge. How can I overcome this? What can I do to make the situation right? Is there a better way to turn this so that I can turn this into an advantage for myself and other people? Is there a mutually beneficial way to overcome this? What are my tools? What are my resources? Who can I talk to? Where have I seen something similar to this problem? If you can take that sort of attitude, so many of the issues that you might have on a daily basis that normally just kind of wallop you, you'll be able to sit there and be like, all right, you coming at me? And be like, all right, now I've got you under control. Let's put you in your place. How do you develop a positive mental attitude? You can do it through a number of ways. You can do it through books, great books by people like John Maxwell, John Canfield, Anthony Robbins, T. Harv Eker. There's so many people that have written wonderful books. In particular, I would definitely suggest Napoleon Hill. Anything by Napoleon Hill. And him and W. Clement Stone. You want to get some great guys? You want to check them out. Zig Ziglar. All these people are phenomenal, phenomenal leaders and writers that can build you up from the inside out, not only through their philosophy, but how they approach things. Right now I'm reading a book by Jim Rohn, 4 Seasons of Life. Unbelievable. And what all of these books and the spoken speeches that these people give, they're not only talking into your life, they're not only giving you good stuff, but they're saying, hey, you can do it. You have your goals and dreams and aspirations, and yeah, you're going to have your problems, you're going to have your challenges. Well, you have the tools necessary to battle those issues. You just have to be able to look for them. So, with that in mind, books, seminars, association, who are you hanging out with? If you're hanging out with negative people, if you're hanging out with people that aren't moving in the direction that you want to move or don't have that drive, they may be fantastic people. But just be aware of how much they talk into your life. Just be aware of whether or not you want to take their advice. If they're talking good about you, if they're building you up, then that's good. That's what you need to associate with. You need to make sure that the things and the environment and the people that you associate with build you up. Because if you're going to have a positive outlook, if you're going to be able to look at a situation or look at your life in a way that is possibility oriented, you need to deal with people who think possibility. You need to deal with ideas that promote growth and creativity. And if you can do that, and if you can start getting yourself on the path, driving yourself towards that, then you're going to go out there and do great things. So once again, my name is Damian Pacheco from the Reaching Branch. May you reach from the roots towards the life of your choosing and bear good fruit the whole way. Have a great day. This has been Root Rant. Root Rant!